I know this much is true. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Stickle Bricks and Chill. We've come back to discuss more of the differences between the 80s, 90s, and today, just so we can moan about how things are different and how lucky kids of today are. I am your host, Geoff Jones, and I'm joined by
co-host Kate Penfield. Good
Kate.
evening.
Also, I don't know co-host. Co-host is like host and then co-host. So I think we just host.
Joint host.
Yeah, because the next time I'll say, oh, I'm co-host, and my masculinity will be really.
I don't think we had masculinity issues in the 80s, do we?
I certainly don't have masculinity issues. I have 0% of it. Kate, hello. What is it we are discussing today?
We're talking music from the 80s.
Dun, dun, dun. Can I start this off by giving you my best 80s music impression?
Go on, please do.
You ready? I know this much is true.
Bit of Spandau.
Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? It's mainly the true bit. Like the rest of it is not very good, but I really go all in on the true on that. If I could just go true, and people weren't thinking I was just weird, then like I'd just do that. But I've got to have the build up.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think it will work otherwise.
Work. Go on, Kate. Kick us off with some fun stuff from the 80s and the what have you? Oh, pop pickers.
I was going to ask you. So, what was your first ever record you bought? Was it record? Was it cassette?
Ooh, so I can tell you the first. Ooh, so the first I ever stole was from my dad, and it was the Stranglers' Greatest Hits, which did come out in the 80s. It was obviously a collection of the kind of things. The other one, it may have been. So there's a bit of a jump, but I did own from the 90s NWA Straight Out Compton.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a bit of a bit.
It's a bit cooler than mine.
Okay, so okay. I'll tell you what. The first one I ever bought the on record, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle soundtrack. G-U-R-T-L-E power T. Yes, right. And that was like the chord. Oh, and do the Batman. Okay, so it's a bit of a mashup. The first one's bought was was Bartman and Turtle Power.
Did you buy them or were they bought for you?
I think Bartman was bought for me, but I think I saved up or birthday money for Turtle Power. I believe. Yeah, I think so. Because otherwise, the first one I definitely know 100% that I bought was Sweet Like Chocolate. Was it Shanks and Bigfoot? Sweet. Oh, was it Shanks and Bigfoot? Oh, one of the two. Sweet like chocolate boy. Sweet like. Yeah.
Crikey, I remember that came out in '99 though.
Was it '99 that one?
Yeah. Really random.
How do you know that?
Because I was working at Haven at the time, and I used to DJ, and that came out when I was in my second season.
To be fair, that would make sense because I left school in 90. I want to say 98. No, 96. No, 98. Because I'm a young flower, you see.
You just drop that in.
Just with an unhealthy obsession of 80s and 90s music. Hang on, so 16, 20, 82. Yeah, 98. Yeah, I left school. Which also seems like a million years ago.
yeah, it's crazy how it just. I think the music doesn't feel like it ages, and then you go, oh, hang on a minute, that's like 40 years ago. You're like,
Yes.
no, that's just not possible. So
I don't
so
like
yeah,
it. Go on, what was your
I don't
first?
know. My first ever single I had bought for me, and I don't know if you remember this. Um, Rolland Rat. Do you remember Rolland Rat?
I remember Rolland Rat, yeah. This is a Rolland Rat song.
Um, he recorded "Love Me Tender." Elvis Presley. Yeah, I possibly have. Well, it might be my dad's still, but my dad never throws anything away. So yeah, so there's that, and then
Wait, so
um,
Rolland Rat recorded Love Me Tender by
he did.
Elvis Presley.
And the B side was Kevin the Gerbil singing Pink Bucket.
What's Big Bucket?
I don't remember it, but it was a song called Pink Bucket.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's I bet you were well happy. This I can imagine little Kate just there. This is the best present ever.
I wouldn't have been that old. Let's just put it out there. I wasn't 18 like you were buying Captain Small. Or yeah, that's I was quite a lot younger than that. I was yeah, preschool. So yeah, and then first ever album I saved up for was Kylie Minogue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah. So and then somewhere I think actually
Kylie was big.
I might even have it here. And if I've got it here, oh, there we go. Right. We're impressed with this. This wasn't planned actually, and it should have been right. Um, I got bought this for Christmas.
Craig McLachlan.
Yeah, so not Mona because that would have been better, right? But yeah, it was Amanda. It's a 12-inch, right? And then I bumped into him a few years ago. He was doing. It might have been our Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at Southampton, and then like, even he was like, I don't have a copy myself, but
Who's Craig
he
McLachlan?
do you not remember Craig Lachlan? He was in Neighbours. He was Charlene's brother, Henry. So, and in fact, look at that hairdo.
I do
I mean,
remember him. Charlene's brother Henry.
but it's like worryingly, right? So he's put Kate, I love you. This is wonderful. You and I rock. Craig McLachlan, 2007. He signed that. And I mean, I don't normally keep stuff next to me, but that's next to me. But I think there's some weird story that he might have been arrested for something, which seems to be quite topical. So I'm not sure that's worth as much as it possibly might. So I feel like allegedly needs to be thrown in again. There's a lot of allegedly in this podcast. But yeah, so my love for 80s music kind of I probably started with like all the PWA, so stock.
So the other one.
What stock was it? Pop PWA. Oh, Stock, Aikman, and Waterman. That was it. So it was all
Right.
like the cheesy pop stuff. So like Kylie, Jason, Craig McLachlan, Stephen Dennis.
Oh, I don't know. Not aware of Stephen Dennis.
I am gonna make you feel good.
Sorry, a little bit louder for the audience for that one.
Maybe not. But even like all the soap stars were doing it. Like Nick Berry, who was in was he in EastEnders?
Heartbeat.
Yeah, he started off in EastEnders and went to Heartbeat. Even he brought something out.
I think I remember because obviously that had, and I think this is definitely 90s, but you had the guys from Robson and Jerome. They're in not a big fan of Robson and Jerome. What's really weird though is one of them, the taller one, he went on to become in Game of Thrones.
Oh, Jerome Flynn.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Yeah.
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
No.
No. Okay, so he plays a potty mouthed, womanizing sellsword. And when he first comes on, and you're like, I recognise that. And you're like, Up on the roof, where so was not getting me down, and it's all. That's all I know. Two lines.
Two lines.
Two lines.
Two
Um,
lines, Geoff.
two lines of every song. Yeah, oh, okay. That's, I mean, yeah, he's seems funny in it. And obviously not committed any crimes, or otherwise he wouldn't be in Game of Thrones. So
Well,
that's good.
not that we
But you,
know of.
no, they start fabricating stuff. We can't throw allegedly in for made up stories. Allegedly, but yeah, he did have all the soap stars. It didn't. I got, obviously, well, the Fraggles Boy song. Is there some? Did the EastEnders cast do something? Or was that some fever dream I had? I don't know.
Possibly.
That's sorry. That's just popped in my head. Like I seem
Emmerdale
to remember
did.
Doc Cotton having a rock out to something. Oh, was it Emmerdale? Was
Emmerdale did Hillbilly Rock. I'm ashamed to know that. And I'm not going to sing that one.
it?
I'm not going to admit to knowing some of the lyrics to that one.
I know two lines to that song.
I can't say I've ever owned that, or nor have I ever played that when I've been DJing.
You were too busy listening to Rolland Rat over and over and over again.
Yeah,
That's
I've never played that in public.
it's like yeah, it's and obviously there was influence before, but like American music really hit the UK kind of hard, and I really think it's like I know with your Bon Jovi, like, there's a lot of bands that were coming over. So you had obviously the rock bands of the sort of British rock bands, and there was like a feel of the American ones coming over of I know your Bon Jovis and things like that with
Pat
all the
Sharp again with the hair.
Pat Sharp. Pat Sharp was well, John Bon Jovi is commonly known as the teamy Pat Sharp. That's
Okay.
with,
Rodwell and TV.
with the hair and the tight jeans.
Oh,
who was the first that made you swoon from the kind of 80s rock bands with the big hair?
it's got to be Bon Jovi in it with the big hair.
Big Bon Jovi in it, and that's some absolute bangers as well.
But then you had all the like boy band stuff as well. Though you had like New Kids on the Block as well, and then MC Hammer with the big trousers.
Those,
And
I love the show.
Vanilla Ice.
The, whose name is something really. I'm going to have to search that because it's like Vanilla Ice's actual name is. It's like I don't know. There's an actor, Clint Eastwood. He's like Marion something, isn't he? But hang on, Vanilla Ice real name, according to Google, was Robert Matthew Van Winkle.
Now, didn't he get into trouble for something?
I have no doubt that man allegedly got into a lot of trouble for a lot of things.
A friend of mine did panto with him, and Vanilla Ice was Captain Hook, and my friend was Smee, and they had tattoos done. And then Vanilla Ice had done something. I can't remember what it was, but I was just like, "Oh, crikey! Imagine like having his and hers tattoos effectively, and now it's linked to like." But do you remember though? Like you'd hear a song, like your mate would give you a copy of it or something, or loan you a tape because you couldn't possibly copy a tape because of piracy. Even though they brought out cassette players, the double ones that you could do that on.
And you put off you cover one bit of the cassette tape, and then you hit your record and play, and you play the other one, and then you copy it over. Nailed it.
The two plastic tabs, and if you took them out so you couldn't record over it, then you had to put a bit of sellotape over.
Yeah.
And then if you want to be really precise, you get a pencil and like read it back.
See the pencil, I forgot about the pencil. Oh, but the devastation when a cassette tape kind of unraveled, and they're just hoping there's no creases in it as you turn the pencil to try and do it back up again.
And then like recording songs off the charts, like on like Bruno Brooks and like the chart. Like we had the charts. Like who don't have charts? Well, they do have charts, but no one cares anymore. Like it's not a talking point. So.
It's not really, is it? And I'd love that when listening to the radio, yeah, and you record it. Not me because I don't condone piracy. Kate definitely did. And you kind of wait for the DJ to finish. That's why you'd know better than me, but that's why you started talking a bit of the way through or the beginning of the end of songs, right? To mess up people recording
You would
the
talk, yeah, you would talk over the start of the music, um, but you couldn't. It was a bit of an art. You couldn't crash the lyrics. So as soon as they
yeah.
started singing, that was it. That you had to kind of you'd have to know when the lyrics are starting, and then you'd make sure you'd finish before that. So yeah, um,
But you couldn't record
yeah.
a song without hearing Scott Mills' voice over the top of it. Sorry, allegedly. Um,
Oh, I was thinking, do we mention Scott Mayles? Do we not? But I
uh,
think actually back in the 80s, you think of all the
well,
people that were on top of the pops. Um,
that's it. Ray,
it's almost
Ray was rife with it. But no, we're not going to, let's not just turn this into the pedo hour.
so
Uh,
yeah.
we're,
But
we're doing a alleged paedophile special at some point in the future because that's enough
no,
material
that's
to
not.
a material for a 2 hour show.
No, but
Um,
like Top of the Pops is like that's where you first saw your music videos. Like we didn't have
yeah,
MTV, we didn't have any of that. In fact, it was just used to be them singing on stage, and then all of a sudden, I think it was Michael Jackson,
yeah.
or was it Michael Jackson? Like there was Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff, and that I mean that was a big production back then in terms of the get a little torch on the go. Hang on.
That's the light underneath. But I mean, I mean, they had small stages on top of the pops as well. But
Yeah.
it's like they did have all. She wouldn't get that now, would she? You wouldn't get like all of the artists just coming to one place because they just don't need to anymore. And it starts from. I mean, obviously, well, the 80s we had cassette tapes, and like by the end of the 80s ish or mid to late 80s, Sony obviously bought out the Walkman, which was like, oh my god, what you mean? I can walk down the road and listen. 90s they had the CD player, which always jumped. You had to walk, like
But it, but
you
it
had to crouch. That's it, and crouch a bit, so you're just walking kind of with bent knees, so you so you didn't kind of bobble at all whatsoever. Otherwise, it would start skipping. And but then when the iPod came out in what I don't know 2000 at some point, I just thought, wow, if I'd had this back in the day, and now it's just all on the phone. Like it
Well, even
doesn't
with
matter.
Apple Music, though, when it first came out, you still had to pay for the songs individually, and I mean, you didn't have this whole subscription thing. It was a bit like Blockbuster as well, though, wasn't it? Like you'd go down and
Good old
get your videos
blockbuster.
out. But yeah, you kind of oh, if you were really sad, you would go to the library and you could take out like tapes
Oh,
or audio books from the library. I mean,
God, you
I remember
could.
getting immaculate. I was going to say Immaculate Conception. It
Yeah.
wasn't. It was Immaculate Collection, Madonna.
Oh,
um, from
immaculate conception from the library.
yeah, that's not a section you want to go to in the library, is it? the yeah, I remember going down and renting it, and then great that Madonna was a big no go. Like, I mean, there was no swearing, but it just
Quite
um,
provocative.
quite provocative, and especially in terms of the clothing, so, like your pointy
Yeah.
comb boobs and
Because
stuff. So
obviously the 80s was, yeah, that's where like Madonna just hit.
yeah,
It was a kind of clean cut pop, yeah, your Kylie's and things like that. And then all of a sudden there's old cone boobs coming along. And I was like, oh what? And like with Like a Prayer, and you're like, oh, okay, this is different.
oh,
Um
God forbid a song coming out called Erotica.
and you had Papa Don Preach, which I called it for a lot longer. And so I realized it's Papa Don't Preach. I thought it was Papa Don Preach because I was young. Papa Don Preach.
Oh,
So, but yeah, she's what else can I mean, she what I'm sure she still is now in many circles.
well, the 80s
Well,
was really eclectic though for music, wasn't it? You had that, and then you had like the new romantics, and then you had a bit of rock, and then you
yeah,
had just some random cat out there as well, Rolland Rat included in that. And
very
I'm
much a decade of experimenting.
had like Boy George, and like I used to love
Oh
Boy
yeah,
George.
WHAM. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
so
don't know
Boy
why.
George, yeah. No.
It was just I think because I was little, and I think because I like badges, and he used to have a lot of badges on his denim jacket. But I used to like Boy George, and my mum was not very approving back then. It wasn't the age of inclusivity, and yeah, she was not encouraging of me listening to Culture Club.
It's
But
just the
call
badges.
my chameleon if we're going to go down the curry route. Um, yeah, but I think like Elton John was like really mad and out
Yeah.
there at the time and stuff as well. Yeah, that was another one. I was
And this is what makes me like, because you had that, and your David Bowie, you obviously come from the 70s, but through the 80s, but like glam metal and all these kind of expressive music and people, and yeah, makeup, yeah, things like makeup, yeah, all this stuff that seemed to got repressed over the years because it was, yeah, the devil's music. And now anyone who shows any kind of personality and being a bit different, everyone's all like, oh, you want to watch out for them ones. It's like, come on, we grew up with Madonna and her big old cones, and
yeah,
boy, boy George, and Gary no, and all the rest of
Arranger and Pet Shop Boys and
it wasn't all tight jeans.
Snooker Loopy.
I don't know that.
Do
What
you
is
not
Snooker
remember that?
Loopy? Is that a song
Um,
or a group?
I would want to say it was a load of snooker stars like Steve Davis and like John Virgo record a song with Snooker Loopy, Nuts
Oh
Are
my god, I
We,
think I
him
know.
and them and me. Pot the yellow and the screw back for the. And then it kind of went through all the colours of the box. I
Oh my,
can't believe you don't remember this.
do you know? No, I mean, there's something in me that just remembers John Virgo singing R.I.P. My God, because it was kind of that, obviously, football FA Cup songs and stuff was massive in the 80s. You gotta pass the move, you gotta make all that kind of stuff. And yeah, there was like the snooker version. I don't think it really took off.
Yeah, and then oh crikey, Chaz and Dave.
Chaz
I
and
mean,
Dave.
talk about like completely different genres of music. Like it was just someone was on something in the 80s, weren't they, in terms of all these different genres.
Do you know
Like
what? I think it was sorry to I apologize for cutting you. I
no,
think it was an expression of sorry, a promotion of self-expression. I was like, it was a case of, okay, people want to make money and they kind of do, but if someone sees, it was a time where if you were different, that yeah, there's a reason why the original or maybe the second version did better than everyone else who came after them, um, and I think that's great. And I miss that these days because everything is so generic, and uh, you can guarantee if you flip the radio on now, then you've got a young white lad with a guitar, and he doesn't sing like this, and you've got
all
uh,
sounded
a,
like James
a,
Blunt.
well, exactly, yeah, beautiful picture, right? You've got a young lady who's doing her like, right? They're all so you can't pick them out. They may have a different beat or a bit faster, but they all sound the same. And then obviously you've got your. So I did spend a lot of time younger, growing up on the mean streets of Emsworth, in my semi-detached house with my accountant father and publishing mother, listening to NWA, Tupac, and people like that. Yeah, as I was going for long walks around the mill pond with my trousers hanging too far down because I was so strict.
Because you wanted to look like MC Hammer.
Literally, oh no, not MC Hammer. I was the Biggie and Tupac beef. I was picking sides, and, and NWA and oh god, the East 1999, Bone Thugs and Harmony. I think things like that. So I was like, that was my music in the 90s, certainly. And I can't remember the point I was going to make, but yeah, it now, oh yeah, that kind of genre of music, that all sounds the same, and no one's talk. Back in the 80s, people had a message. They were just talking about something. Okay, a love song was a love song and things like that. But people believed in something. I've got really animated. I didn't think I'd actually get that. I'm like, yeah, bring back 80s music, which I still define as the worst decade of music.
Status quo.
Oh, the old shaking backward and forward. Backward and forward. Yeah, oh God. Yeah, WHAMs. Think Depeche Mode and the Eurythmics. Oh my good God. But you're right, there was so many genres just attacking the senses.
Yeah.
Maybe
And then you
that's
had
why
like
people.
Band Aid as well with the message.
Wow, that's it. But I still, so we make our kids watch that, especially the Queen set. I mean, because that was what, two different cities, New York and London, wasn't it? That was, but oh, sorry, what, Live Aid, but Band Aid,
Yeah.
yeah. Do they know this? So they called them two very similar things, and my brain can't cope with that. But yeah, Band Aid and Live Aid. I mean, Band Aid was a funny one because have you ever seen a group? My older cynical mind kind of looks at it as a group of very rich people all getting together, asking if these poor folk in Africa and yeah, don't even know it's Christmas. Like, wow, poor.
Do they even celebrate Christmas? But hey,
like, like, what does it matter if they know if it's Christmas? Just feed them. Just go out there and give them some food. If they're hungry, do that. Like, don't sit there and be like, yeah, we've done a really good thing. Do you, oh no, that might have been 90s actually. Old Perfect Day is such a perfect day. Oh, she had the original, which was kind of
yeah, but they redid
nice.
it with Peter Kay.
They did they? Okay, I know they did what we said.
They did it for children in need, and they hashed it up. And was it? It was all the cartoon characters. Where it was
So
like,
now they did a serious remake with a lot of artists of the day and it's such a perfect day. I can't remember. It's such a perfect. I can't remember who it was now, but that bit sticks in my mind. It's such a perfect day. I bring back Lou Reed. It's such a. It's such a perfect day.
like, I've only got one impression. I'm going to do that. It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah, but that would work if I knew who the impression was off. Oh God, it was, and just the problem with the 80s music as well. It literally defined, and this is I'm going to segue, Kate. Watch this. So, popular music of the 80s defined literally what everyone was wearing, how they looked, the hair, and all that malarkey. And so the great thing about not having social media is no one can see it now unless your mum brings out the photo album because people looked a mess.
Wow. Yeah, but I don't think photos from the 80s, probably, well, 70s as well, looking back at some of them as well. They don't date well, do they? But you didn't have the digital camera back then, so you couldn't take a photo and retake it. So whatever Super Snaps or True Print or whoever printed, triple print if you wanted the little ones. Yeah, it was a bit of a gamble, wasn't it? You loaded up your film, you wound it on, you got your 24, 36 shots.
Yeah.
You put it in, and then you got whatever you got back, and then however bad it looked, it went in the family album.
And I'll tell you what, something for something for an episode. Quick production note: we will have to go on to family slideshows versus just showing pictures on Facebook. Like the family shines. Oh yeah, we've just come back from a week in Tenerife. Come round.
I was just about to say, come back from holiday, and you've got to have a look at the photos.
Come and see the slides. Oh yeah, great. Oh my goodness.
There's the one where you're just about in the shop. Those are the ones you hoped you're in.
Oh my, yeah. Kate, do you have a quiz for us for music?
I do. Yeah, I do have a.
This back to me being absolutely terrible at knowledge of any form whatsoever.
Okie dokie, right. So the first Now That's What I Call Music came out in the 80s. So what was track one on side one? Because we had sides of stuff back then. So what was track one, side one of Now That's What I Call Music number one?
Oh, I reckon. Are you doing quick? Was that quick on the music, or are you doing some kind of
I was
quiz
doing
type?
countdown.
I reckon it was Michael Jackson Thriller. No,
No,
that'd be too early. Bad.
no.
Okay, who was
It was Phil Collins. You Can't Hurry Love.
it? Imagine I've just got this new cassette. It's going to be all these songs, and the first one is that. Throw it in the bin.
Okay, bonus question then. What Netflix hit does his daughter appear in?
Well, Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Emily in Paris.
Oh, I've not
Yeah. So
seen
the
that.
lead character is his daughter.
Well, I will look at the advert of that on Netflix.
She looks nothing like him.
Thank
He also
you
used to
for
live up the road from me.
Sorry, who did?
Phil Collins. He used to
Oh,
live
really?
up the road. Yeah, not too far
But
away.
old Davy, what's his face from the Monkeys? Lived
Crockett.
Crockett from the Monkeys. Lived up the road from me at one point.
Nice.
Yeah, he bought my
Stay.
wife a drink. This before she was my
Did you have?
wife, allegedly. Um, no, she did. He did. Lovely man. David Jones. That's the one. David Jones.
So, which prince did Adam and the Ants sing about?
Which I've Adam and the Ants kind of passed me by a little bit, but they sang about which prince? Is this? It's not Andrew, is it?
No, it's not. But it did make me laugh, and I went, no, I'm going to be careful how I write this question.
The Prince of Monaco.
No, it's Prince Charming.
Oh, Prince Charming, Prince Charming.
Ride on Time was a hit for who?
Can I sing what I think? Ding, 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 ding. That's what I remember. That is the right song, right?
There's a band called Black Box.
I did. I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
Okay,
So
completely different genre. I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation at the opening lines from which song?
them again.
I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation.
What's that mean? What does that? Someone said that they
I don't
wrote
need to know
that.
what the message is.
They wrote that and they thought that is profound. We're hearing drums and she's like, "Can you speak up a bit? I can't hear you."
Right.
Wait, someone stop playing those drums. I'm trying to have a chat here. I don't know.
It was Toto Africa.
Oh, oh goodness me! I did terrible. I don't think I. Well, I'm nil. I was nil point.
Oh, I've got another two if you want
Oh my
another
God!
two.
Have you got one? Have you got one for the listeners?
Okay, well, I'll do another one for you and then I'll do one for the listeners. So, the Weather Girls recorded It's Raining Men, but who did a shit cover more recently? That's my opinion.
Cut more recent, but how more recently? Like 20 years ago.
In the late 90s, early noughties.
I want to say. I want to say Boy George.
No, think girl band.
I thought I was going for ironic. Then go. It's raining, man. Girls Aloud.
No, it was Jerry Halliwell.
Oh, really? Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, she did. I do remember.
Yeah, it was poor. In fact, there was a lot of
Nah,
because Mel B, was it Mel B?
scary.
Scary. Yeah, she did a cover of Word Up as well.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
Word it with a pretty lady around. Who did she do it with? On a down when you get do your dance, come on and do your dance. Um, I can't remember who that was. That was I can't remember who that was with. And then obviously Mel C went on and did a song with Bon Jovi, "Baby When You're Gone." That one.
That's Bryan Adams.
Oh, who did I say? Oh, sorry, it was Bryan Adams. Sorry,
Yeah.
they were the same to me. Those
Same herding.
80s rockers. Oh, goodness me.
Song for the listeners then. So, what song title was used by Daryl Hall and John Oates, and then a different song by Nelly Furtado?
Yeah, just repeat that for me.
So, what song title was used by Daryl Hall and John Oates, and then the same song title but different song by Nelly Furtado?
Okay, I think I know that. The one I may know. Because I know one Nelly Furtado song. But interesting fact about me is I thought that Hall and Oates were like for years, just thought they were like a parody. Like it weren't real. It was just like
Okay.
a name. I don't know. Like I don't know what I've never heard
Breakfast
this.
cereal.
Yeah, like I just thought they're like, oh yeah, Hall and Oates. I thought it was like from a TV show or something. And I was like, oh, I still don't. I've never actually heard one of their songs come from their own mouths. But
Okay.
thank you for the quiz, Kate. Oh,
You're
quiz,
welcome.
Kate.
I enjoyed that one.
That was good. Well, we will next be on to the wonderful world of 80s and a bit of 90s fashion. Um, da, 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 which is, yes, the reason why people didn't invent Facebook until the 2000s. Someone had the technology and they're like, oh, we could actually share these pictures with everyone in the world if you want. People are like, have you seen what people are wearing? Don't think so. So,
Absolutely not.
no, thank you. Camera phone, let's push that back a bit.
Have you seen the music videos from the 80s? We don't want the world to see the rest.
The faith, just so George Michael's butt just wiggling those really tight jeans. Okay, well, I think I've come towards the end to episode 3.
I've really enjoyed that one.
That was all right, wasn't it? If you've enjoyed episode 3 of Stickle Bricks and Chill, and if you enjoy episodes 1 or 2, or hopefully all of them, if you will continue to listen and maybe enjoy episode 4, do contact us on our social media channels, which is Stickle Bricks and Chill, believe it or not, on Facebook and Instagram. We have an email account, which is sticklebricksandchill@gmail.com. And yeah, or just find me and Kate and ask us a question, like just in public if you want. It's fine. But make sure you keep listening and subscribe to stuff, because people need to subscribe so you can, as soon as a new episode comes in, you can be like, hey, I've got it. Everyone else, have you seen it? You need to listen to this. I don't know.
They can come and find us in public soon. There's an event that we're going to be
at.
at.
My God. Yes. Come and see us at Portsmouth Comic Con on Sunday, the 3rd of May at 1:30 in Speaker's Corner. We are doing a live show, which is scary, but going to be very fun, I think.
It's going to be extremely fun. But
at some point, we're going to need to talk about what we're going to discuss on that day. But we'll figure it out. And you know what? If you're around on the Saturday for the event as well, come and see myself. Kate as well is joining me on our other show, along with entertainer Dan Churchley, where we'll be doing Make It Better live also at 1:30. And it's just going to be lots of fun. It's a great con. Come along.
Come find us.
Come find us. Hey, pop pickers. No, that was the wrong voice. Oh, pop pickers. Right. Kate. I think we're done.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Kate.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time, boys and girls, goodbye.